used to spoon so easy.
Yeah, it's pretty personal. It's kind of about dating in your 20s, or just like different relationships in your 20s. So it starts off with a song called Failing that's all about just being an absolute dope and not being able to figure anything out. And I'm sure a lot of people, I hope, can relate to the feeling of just feeling like every single person that you just mess it up with, or every opportunity you get, you just mess up. So it's kind of about like trying to balance like career and relationships and feeling like you're just messing both of them up. And then it kind of goes through different relationships that I had, and I suppose the kind of funnily like the second half of the album was written kind of post 25 or kind of post 2017 2018, so it's kind of a more mature look at things, and then the final track is about my relationship with myself and my own kind of well-being. So it's very personal, but I always think that when someone listens to a song, they don't think about the songwriter's experience, they think about how they can connect to it. The songs almost go kind of chronologically, where they were written, so quite naturally ended up with that kind of concept, I suppose, running through it, which became really, really, really clear when we sat down in the studio on the first day. Me and Erlen Cooper and Tommy McLaughlin sat down in the studio the first day and went through like 14 or 15 songs I had and cut it back to 10, and it became just really clear in that room on that day what made sense. Then when I was like putting together the track list of the album, I was kind of like, I knew that I wanted like personal history, the title track to be kind of somewhere in the middle, and I wanted self improvement to be at the end and failing to be near the start, because like you said, like the first half of the album is very much what I'm missing, what do I want, like what am I missing, and what are my faults, and the second half of the album are like, I know what my shortcomings are and I accept them, and this is what I want. The first time I ever wrote a song called Coffee, I put out years ago, and I put she. I used the pronoun she in it, and it was obviously a love song. And the first time I ever sang that, I was really nervous because I felt like, oh, I'm kind of giving I'm coming out to the audience, like, the first time that I played it, and again, like, the more and more I did that, the more the easier it became. And I think it's like important to, I think the Pillow Queens girls would agree that, like, um, so I refer to them as the girls a lot, just because they're my mates. But um, I don't feel a burden so much as like I have a responsibility, not a responsibility or anything, but like I want to put forward these stories just as stories, as opposed to it being like, oh, it's good because it's like this, and that's the main reason I'm writing it. It's just like this, it's the same as any kind of other love that anyone else experiences. So I feel kind of a responsibility to do that justice. I want to be open about it, which I wouldn't have maybe like 5 or 6 years ago. Now I really want to be open about it, so that like other people know that it's, obviously everyone knows now that, but other people would be like, yeah, so like it's absolutely the norm to write songs from any perspective. I love Pillow Queens. I bring them up in every interview, and so does Sarah, who does a lot of their press, brings me up as well. We have our own little thing going where we try to bring each other up in every interview. And I love Courtney Barnett a lot. Um, yeah, I know our Phoebe Bridgers is great as well. Yeah, those would be a few that I really love at the moment. Yeah, I do. And I'm not really a big, I much prefer like studio and stuff like that, but I'm starting to actually miss it. And just playing with the band is so much crack that I'm kind of really missing, because we'd been practicing and rehearsing and stuff for the show that was meant to be on Friday. And like when it was cancelled, I was really bummed out because I was like, I was kind of enjoying the rehearsals, and like I'd forgotten how fun they are. You kind of, I suppose it's as lame again as I sound, but like you kind of forget how lucky you are to get to just play music with your friends and people pay to see it, and that's actually really cool. And for the last few months, I've been like, that's actually deadly, and I've never ever like accepted that till now, and I've always taken it for granted. So I won't do that again.